अब बच्चे खुश और मम्मी भी। कारवां मिनी किड्स।
The Golden Mangoes. King Krishnadevaraya's mother was a very religious woman. She loved visiting holy places for pilgrimage. She had even performed several holy ceremonies in her life. One day, she took ill. The best doctors were treating her with full attention, but even medicines could not save her. The king's mother passed away. He had loved her very much. When she was ill, his mother had asked the king to bring her some mangoes, but she died before the king could get her the mangoes. The king felt guilty at not having fulfilled his mother's last wish. A few Brahmins were called to do her last rites. They came to know about the king's guilt. The Brahmins got greedy and decided to fool the king. They reminded the king of his mother's unfulfilled wish. They said, "Dear king, there is one way in which your mother's wish of eating mangoes can be fulfilled. You should donate mangoes made of gold to us Brahmins. This will bring her soul peace." The king could do anything for his mother, so he obeyed the Brahmins. He got 10 mangoes made of gold to be given to them. The greedy Brahmins had succeeded in their plan. They took the golden mangoes and went home. Tenali found the solution very suspicious. He could not believe that golden mangoes would bring peace to dead mother's soul. He understood that the Brahmins had tricked the kind king and fooled him. He came up with an idea to teach them a lesson. Tenali invited the Brahmins to his house one day, saying that his mother had died too. He told them that she had an unfulfilled last wish. The Brahmins got curious to know more about the wish. She wanted to be hit by a hot iron rod before dying, but I could not fulfill it, said Tenali. He reminded them that of the golden mangoes idea that the king had to donate to fulfill his mother's wish. "I should hence hit all of you on the head with this hot rod to fulfill my mother's last wish," added Tenali. He had arranged for the rod too. At once, all the Brahmins realized they had been caught. They all pleaded guilty and asked for forgiveness from Tenali. Tenali Rama asked them to ask the king for mercy. The Brahmins did as told. The king got back his golden mangoes. The Brahmins were punished for their crime. The Golden Swan. A wife was left behind by her Brahmin husband who died one day. She was very poor. The Brahmin was born again, but as a golden swan. He wanted to stay with his wife again. He reached the wife's village and went to her home. He saw that she was staying in poverty. The swan met her and told her that he was her husband. "I will give you 1 gold feather each day. You can then sell the feather in return for anything you need," said the swan to the woman. In the coming days, the wife became well-to-do. The swan was giving her a feather daily. But the wife soon became greedy. She thought of taking all the feathers at once from the swan. She went behind the swan and caught the swan by its throat. The wife then tried plucking feathers off the swan. The swan fought a little and finally flew away. It went far away and never came back. The wife lost all her future money by losing the Golden Swan. Moral: greediness is never fruitful. The Greedy Monkey. There was a greedy monkey staying in a village. He liked stealing food from houses and running away. The villagers were getting frustrated with this monkey. One day, they called a juggler to the village. They requested him to trap the monkey. The juggler then took a few earthen jars with narrow necks. He put peanuts in the jars and put them on the roofs of all houses. Next day, he saw the monkey nearby. The juggler knew the monkey would be getting caught soon. The monkey was caught the same day. Its hand was stuck in the narrow neck of the jar. The juggler explained his idea to the villagers. He said the monkey put its hand in the jar to steal peanuts. Now its hand is stuck inside. The monkey needed to open its fist and let go of the peanuts to be free. But the monkey is too greedy to leave the peanuts. The monkey's greedy nature led to him getting caught. The Horse and the Donkey. There was a washerman who had a horse and a donkey. While going to the market, the washerman loaded the donkey with heavy bundles of cloth. He did not put anything on the horse. The bundles were big and very heavy. The donkey requested the horse to share half his load. It was difficult for him to carry it all alone. But the horse neighed, saying, "Master has put them on you. I will not carry anything today. I am meant for riding." The donkey bowed his head and continued walking with the weight. Suddenly, the donkey reached a point and collapsed. He was tired. The washerman quickly gave the donkey some water. The man realized his fault. He transferred the entire load on the horse's back now. The horse thought to himself, "If only I had helped the donkey earlier, I would not have to carry all the clothes now." He felt guilty for his act. The Jackal and the Sage. A cunning jackal enjoyed stealing food from a nearby village. Every night, he went there and stole food items. The villagers were unable to identify and catch the thief. On one such night, the jackal again reached the village to steal food. He saw that the villagers were all looking for the thief. He also saw a sage passing by. In a sad voice, the wolf asked the sage to help him till his cave. The sage obliged. Upon reaching its cave, the wolf quickly leapt out. He told the villagers that the holy man with the bag was the thief. The jackal ran to his cave. The villagers caught the sage and punished him. Moral: one should never trust anyone blindly. The Lazy Spinner. There was once a spinner who had a lazy wife. She never finished her work and often left everything entangled in the wheel itself. Her husband used to scold her several times for this, but in vain. She always fought back. His wife was trying every trick to avoid work, but she was failing. One day, she came up with another plan which would settle the score forever. If fresh yarn is boiled for too long, it can lose its firmness and break into threads. To trick her husband, she took some threads and put them to boil. She asked her husband to look after the yarn and not let it boil for too long. She said that it would break into threads and left for some work. After some hours, when the man came back to check the yarn, he saw that there were only threads left. He blamed himself for the mistake of overboiling the yarn and decided to never spin again. Moral: never trust lazy people with your work.